We are episode 12. Oh my goodness, we've been doing this for 12 weeks of perSPECtive.
Gross.
Gross. Thanks, Keegan. And at the time of this recording, we only have 4 more subs until the giveaway.
Oh yeah, I saw that today.
Mm-hmm.
Till I win Wingspan?
Until you win Wingspan.
Carly, if you end up winning this, you're gonna be like,
I know if I end
shit.
up winning, there's gonna be like a conspiracy.
Carly, I mean, you don't already own it?
Oh.
No, it's actually one of the games I did have, and it got messed up when a couple of my games got messed up.
Oh, damn.
Aww.
But
Right.
Yeah, I just did a disgusting thing. So we just switched house insurances, and our new insurance provider was like, so I know board games are a thing, guys, so I need of what you
Oh, losing you a lot.
and all your upgrades, and I'm not even going to repeat her. It's absolutely disgusting.
We lost you for a lot of that, but...
Oh. So just our new insurance provider was like, hey, I need a list. I know you guys are into board games, so I need a list of all your games, all your upgrades, all your expansions, and what you think they're valued at or what you paid for them.
yeah, I have all of my stuff insured now at this point.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
I should probably do
There is
that on
separate
my,
insurance that I pay for.
on my homeowners.
It's an absolutely disgusting number.
On my
It's worth it,
homeowners,
though.
on my insurance,
So worth it.
I should put them as collateral.
Yeah, and so I did a separate column for upgrades, knowing that we were doing this episode. And I looked at my husband. I'm like, we could have bought like 3 3D printers and just a couple resin printers already to just make our own shit. Maybe we should invest in one of those sometime soon.
Well, let's see. Wait, can I?
You got one back there.
Right there.
Yeah, we don't have to anymore. We'll just have Ryan make all of our stuff.
I have a 3D printer.
I love it. I'll just pay for
Oh.
shipping.
There you go.
So what I was telling Max, those longboats are for upgrades for Feast for Odin.
Oh, is that what that is? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm 3D printing them.
Well,
for
thank
his
you.
Christmas.
Oh. You got him something for Christmas that I
What?
did you get Max the thing
I
for
told him
Feast for
about
Odin
it.
that I sent you?
I was going to, but they don't ship until February. So I was like, shoot. I did tell them what they were, the coins.
That's
Worth it. Worth it.
Yeah.
I hope you guys end up getting them.
Yeah, there was some Carly, you missed it. There was some 3D like printed of the coins from Feast for Odin.
I'll send them to you. They're X.
Yes, we're already starting. Okay, well, we're already starting on our topic of upgrades.
we're just
This is upgrades
in general.
in general. Just
Every.
ones you've upgraded.
Any and every?
Let's go
Yeah.
around to the table and everyone say the game that they've upgraded the most.
Root.
Okay,
Scythe.
Keegan. Scythe.
Scythe is mine as well.
Of upgrade ones, okay. Mine is Wingspan.
Mine's probably Wingspan or.
I have about
Spirit
over
Island?
$500 into Scythe at this point.
Oh boy.
So I'm the
And
only person.
I know that because I just freaking did that stupid spreadsheet.
I'm the only person here who didn't pick a Stonemaier game, so I feel like the weirdo again. But
Should have upgraded them.
Well, Keegan, we know your love for Stonemaier, which we're gonna have to get into at some point. You realize that we have to talk about why you dislike Stonemaier so much.
I love Wingspan. The end.
The end.
He's entitled to his wrong opinion.
That's right.
Of course, I'm not downgrading his opinion at all. I'm just genuinely curious.
It's right up there with Ryan's wrong opinion about Splotter games.
Oh gosh. But no, I don't dislike Splotter like you dislike.
Food chain.
Okay, yeah, but and Tiny Towns.
Tiny Towns isn't Splotter.
No, I'm just saying games
In general.
In
Oh,
general.
I'm still waking up. Waking up.
Oh, okay. Gosh, okay. So yes, this week, as everyone has already probably can tell, we have Kelly and Carley back to discuss. What are you doing?
I was pointing.
He's pointing
Okay,
at
I
it.
was so very confused.
I was trying to be like.
Max
But the
just
thing
as
is,
bad
like,
doing his thing.
in the actual recording, it's different, so you just pointed to
Oh.
the wrong thing.
Point every direction, and at one point you'll hit them.
Yeah, you'll get him
Yes.
at some point.
Exactly.
So this is going to be our Christmas episode. Because, yeah, it comes
Aw.
out Friday, and that's Christmas, yeah.
I know, I can't believe how fast Christmas came up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my gosh.
I really can't.
So-
I'm like, fuck, I still have so many presents to wrap.
I
I
just
don't wrap
bought
them,
a.
I just hand them, I just put them in a box.
I just bought.
That's
Mine
my
are like
wrapping.
hidden in the closet right now.
But you have kids, okay, so.
I just bought like
Yeah, that's true.
$100 worth of vegan charcuterie for me and my wife to have on Christmas Eve and on Christmas Day.
Jeez,
So
That is adorable.
$100.
yeah, so that's what my whole day has been, is that and prepping stuff for then.
Yeah, we still got to figure out what we're going to do for Christmas.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do dinner at my house with Max's wife and my son. if he
Maybe.
comes, maybe.
Maybe Wolfie. I was
Maybe
like, it'll be
Wolfie.
easier if we don't bring Wolfie.
Carly, what do you
can
got
sit
going on
there.
for Christmas?
Yeah.
Tomorrow, James and I are driving up to his mom's house and spending the holiday with like his immediate family. So it's a couple hours north in Jersey.
Cool.
Right.
Nice.
And what games did you decide to bring with you?
We haven't yet. That's tonight. We're
Oh,
like
okay.
half packed. We did all the laundry we've been avoiding doing for weeks. So we will be packing, games included after this. But the car is cleaned out and ready for lots of them. It's always been hard to pack for like families and other things because there's games like you want to play, and you know sometimes people won't want to play more games with you, so you have to pack for
Absolutely.
like yourself. But then you also like want people to play games with you, and it's how it's like. I don't know. I could bring like 30 games and probably still have the wrong one.
I did that once
Yeah.
to my in-laws. I brought like, I don't know, like just stacks of games, and I don't think we played a single one.
Oh.
Like,
And every time we go up to my lake house, like Keegan and Max come up, how many games do we all like? Are there
We have
total?
like 30 at least.
Yeah.
and we play like 4.
Five.
Four,
See, but-
five, maybe.
That's how I would prefer to do it because I'd rather have more than not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch.
Well, we usually all pick
Completely
one that we're
missing
like,
something.
we want this
Yeah,
one
there is always
played. We
one
all
that
get
we
like
want.
one that's like, this is my choice, and then we kind
Pick
of
something.
Yeah, then we just
Yeah.
randomly
Yeah,
do
our
it.
core gaming group, we've had spinning wheel. What does everybody want to play tonight? Pick one or two games, spinning wheel. And
That's-
we spin the wheel and then
That's a good idea. I just saw someone post on Instagram today that they were doing a board game advent calendar for the whole month. So every door
Yeah.
they opened
Oh.
up, there was a game written on it they would have to play that day.
That sounds
Just a
like
good
so much
idea.
fun.
that's such a good idea.
I
We're
like
not
it,
that
but I
bad.
just like if you're not in the mood though.
That's true. If there's a
What do we
game you
play
just-
today? Fuck.
Too
let's roll up.
particular. I just never want to like begrudgingly play.
Yeah,
ever.
it's-
and I
it's
don't
like-
want anyone else to either. Like I don't want to spin the wheel. So like I would let people like nix games at least.
It should be like 3 games that you can choose from in it. That way, one is a lighter one can be that way. It's like you can't play it till like 11, and you're like, oh, on Mars, great. Oh,
I will say
no.
I got one of my my roommate Mike. I got him like a little mini expansion for Terra Mystica for the holidays, and he was leaving the next day, so we ended up playing at midnight.
Yeah.
Which
Mystica?
normally he doesn't stay up later than midnight, so it was nice for me. And
Yeah.
I kind of knew he probably would. So I was like, you got to strategically give your gifts when people have like the hype energy for them that they'll still
That's
play
true.
them at midnight.
That's what
But you
we're
keep people up.
my birthday. So our core gaming group's going to come over on. We're going to game all day.
Awesome.
Nice.
I was actually gonna.
Drop.
I was about to ask.
And then
where-
they're coming over the next day.
Jeez.
I was about to ask, what has everyone played this week?
This week, I haven't even played anything.
We
this
played
week.
Tangaru.
Oh, we
My
played
Instagram.
Tangaru. That's right.
Wingspan. We played Tangaru.
Yeah, that's right.
We played it again,
Yeah.
and then we tried to play Kingdom Rush.
Yeah, we tried to play Kingdom Rush a bit, but couldn't figure out the rules enough, so we're just like, we'll come back and reread the rules and come back when we really know it.
We mostly had it by
Yeah,
the
that's
end.
what happened with the bonfire last night.
Do you guys keep losing Kelly too?
Yeah.
Yeah, we keep losing you, Kelly.
Holy shit. You're losing me again?
Yeah.
Not moving. So no, bonfire is actually not that bad to learn. It's only 5 pages worth of rules. Setup takes forever.
Yeah.
And so you have 3 different actions you can do. You either like draw out tiles that you put together like Tetris and get the action tiles from them, or you use an action tile and there's like 10 action tiles, or you light a bonfire. So it's the middle one that kills you because you have to figure out what all those actions are that you can take. And the rule book is just not clear at all about what they are.
Yeah.
So we were really struggle busing last night, trying to just kind of muddle through it. I feel like sometimes you just have to muddle through a rule book and play the game and be like, oh, that's not what they meant.
Right.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
And it just is what it is.
Have you read the rule book yet?
4.
Bonfire?
No.
You're gonna read it tonight, right?
Great.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll watch the
If
video.
So
If not, I can teach
well, I'll teach you. We figured it out now. If you have any questions, ask.
it. Might text you tomorrow then.
Yeah, the biggest one that stumped me was receive a task. It's on page 9 when you read it. It's a little obnoxious how it's worded.
I'll look at that tonight. Too.
You'll have to let me know. You'll have to let me know when you read it if I'm just being silly or if it really is as bad as I think it is.
I'll definitely tell you. Carly, besides Terra Mystica, did you play anything else?
Oh yeah, we've been playing a lot of games. So I actually started working at a game shop near me, just like part-time, picking up some work there.
Right.
That's cool.
And they have a beautiful policy of that they have like a whole library and they get demo copies in and those kind of things. And anyone who works there can take any of them home for as long as they want to try.
I love that.
So jealous of
So
you.
I tried, that's how I got Lost Ruins of Arnak, which I love. And it probably will end up in my collection when I can afford to do so.
Good. It's so good.
So good. We all liked it. And so like, cause sometimes like I like something and like we all have different opinions on it, but it's always nice. Like when you find one that everyone enjoys and it's like, okay, this probably should be in it. And I played that with my mom too. We played Stuffed Fables we've been going through, which is really nice because it's kind of, you go through the scenarios. So it's really cool to be able to do like an experiential one where you don't have to buy it.
See, I cannot get into Stuffed Fables. I don't know
We
what
like
it
the
is.
lore. The gameplay is
Meh. It's meh.
so, but yeah, and we've been playing a lot of games. I'm trying to think what else. Played Blockus when a friends came over. Oh, we played Valley of the Vikings, which is a kids game.
Okay.
Oh, I saw you post a picture of that.
Yeah, it's like there's Viking bowling and it's ridiculous and I'm bad at it. It's
That's what
dexterity,
that
and
is. Okay.
but it's so good. One of my coworkers, because I was checking out other games and he was like, "You're taking this one home." He's like, "It has no business being as good as it is for a kids game." He's right. So there's a lot of good like hobby games that are made for kids that are actually pretty like quality for adults too.
What was
And so that was fun to try. I've been trying a lot of games and I enjoy it deeply because I don't have to have any attachment. I tried like Mariposas and I didn't like it.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Wait, which one?
Yeah, we didn't like that
Mariposa,
one
that's right.
either. And I don't know if it was the hype Wingspan or if it really was just not a great game. I can't like put my finger on it.
See, I didn't come in expecting like the level of Wingspan. I guess I knew enough about it beforehand that I was like, I get it. It's a different kind of game. Like it's not going to be the same level. It's not going to be the same gameplay mechanic. I think what it just came down to is like every single one of us, so me and my 2 roommates, like we weren't even interested in playing a second time. And almost always, even for like light fare games, it's not like I'm a hefty game snob. I played Valley of the Vikings and had more fun. And, like, it was
I think
it's not gonna
realistically,
come off my shelf. It's not the one I'd pick when I want that level of a game ever.
Yeah.
That's just really what
I think realistically what it is, I wasn't expecting the same game mechanics, but I was expecting the same level of game. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I wasn't
No, I
I
do.
wasn't
I get
comparing it to Wingspan in a sense, but from what Wingspan brought, like I wanted to be excited and I wasn't excited at all. with
Yeah.
that game.
Yeah. So that was a disappointment. But again, I'm very thankful to be able to try all these games.
Yeah, that's really
And
cool.
figure out what I like. Of course, not every game comes in a demo copy. Like we have Title Blades on the shelf, and I'm just like, I want it so bad. I have like
Wait,
a
can you
game
reach
crush.
it?
I have such a game crush. I have one coworker who keeps pressuring me. They're like, "You're gonna take it home with you, aren't you?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I'm nervous." Like,
Look what I just got in the mail
guys, don't
today.
do that to me.
I just got in the mail today.
That's
It's huge.
That's awesome.
Bigger than me.
no.
I know.
Even
The
with like my
deluxe
store
version.
discount, it's like $100, and I'm just like,
I bought it
But
from
I
someone
want
for
it.
100.
huh?
I bought it for 100.
Was it the deluxe edition?
Yep.
That's cool. Good. Yeah.
We just
That's the.
oh, go ahead, Kelly.
No, go ahead. It's gonna happen.
I was just gonna bring up, like, speaking deluxe, I just picked up Raccoon Tycoon Deluxe with the expansion and played that 2-player with my wife, and that game is adorable and it's very easy rule play.
Yeah.
Are you gonna bring it tomorrow?
I can bring it tomorrow. We could probably crank that game out in like 45 minutes, but like it's 2-player, it was fine. Like the auction in 2-player is weird, and especially we house ruled the auction for 2-player immediately because in the rule book it says for auctions, the starting bidder does 1 bid and the opponent gets 1 bid and then the auction's over. And so instead my wife's like, I hate that. So my wife ended up making a 3rd-player ghost auction deck. So that way if the bidding person starts and we flip a card over the deck and it picks how much it gets added onto the bid for the next person. So they have to bid higher than
Interesting.
that, or the deck will have a pass. So it's like the ghost player passes. And so
Okay.
we had it so the ghost player would only ever flip over the max 3 cards or hit a pass, just to make the auction more interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which was cool. It was fun. I really liked that game a lot. And then Carly made me think of it too. I taught some people online how to play Lost Ruins of Arnak. I just moderated, and I texted Ryan an hour after I taught it, and I was like, dude, I just taught Arnak, and all I want to do is play it now.
So good. We're trying not. I actually took it back to work. I probably will take it back out again. But I was like, I don't want to play it to death. Like, I don't want to like destroy the excitement for it
Yeah.
in my house. So I was like, I'm gonna let someone else play it.
Carly,
And I will. I'll pause.
Did you see they added a new print and play stuff on BGG for it, like the designers did, and they're also making a full solo campaign for the game?
Okay, well, that doesn't interest me, but
It might be
I'm not a
multiplayer.
solo gamer. I'm not.
Yeah.
There might be a multiplayer campaign for it too, though. But
That would be cool. I would be very into that, especially because everyone in my house liked the game, and we all
Yeah.
love like legacy shit. Like that's
Yeah.
right up our alley.
It real good. Even though if you're not into solo games, like I'm okay with solo games, our next solo system is great. It's so good.
See, I've never did a solo game, and I feel like I should, but they're not up my alley either.
Nope, I'm not a solo gamer
No, I
either.
want to talk to people. I tried soloing once when I was like over the summer when I was like by my house, like during like undergrad. And I took out a game and then I did well, but I was just sitting there by myself at the end and I was like, well, now I get to put this away. All of my
Yeah,
excitement.
it's
over.
terrible. Like I like board games for the social aspect. That's
Yeah.
why we started doing a lot of virtual games instead of tabletop simulators, you know?
Yeah,
So
I'd rather play on BGA or something like that than
Yeah, I would, or something in a setting like this where I can just talk to people. That's why I play, you know?
Yeah.
I
like-
would solo game, but I think I just usually end up reading a book instead. Like instead of pulling everything out, I just pull out a book.
I've tried to do Clans of Caledonia, and I opened the box and started taking it out, and it was just like, no, I'm good. And I put it all right back. And I'm like, I want to do this with someone.
I think the only game I really sat down to try to play a solo mode was Tricarian, and I think I got to like page 2 of the rule book, and I'm like, nope, fuck this.
Yeah.
Nope.
I'd have done, but if I hadn't just sold them, I'd have done Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective maybe because
That
that's
game's
just
great. I love
that's just
Consulting
like
Detective.
reading. So I
Yeah.
was like,
What were you trying to say, Keegan?
yeah, sorry.
I
keep
was
going.
I solo play Root a lot. Like I have
Solo?
30. Yeah, I have 32 plays of Root logged, and probably at least half of those are solo plays.
Wow.
And that was even
Did you-
before Clockwork came out, because I was following the Clockwork expansion on BGG with the guy that actually created it, and him and I were talking a bit, and I was like downloading the files as he was putting them up and playing them, being like, hey, the lizards seem really weird with your bot system, or the otters are kind of messed up, but that solo system
Did
makes
you-
great so good.
Insert from Tower Rex.
My wife gave
going
me
to
the
be-
money to buy that insert, so I already ordered it.
I am definitely going to be buying it.
Aiden, I wonder if you guys, because I don't know if you guys like are game creators at all. I know these two are, but our friend Aiden he really likes the unmatched games, and he comes up with his own decks and stuff like that, and he solo plays himself when he like makes a new deck and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's even more like, it's not even you're just playing a game by yourself. You're like
developing.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I guess you
Yeah.
kind of probably
Yeah.
have to when you're doing that, but like I was like, that's even lonelier. It's like playing
even
my own
lonelier.
creation. Like, it's like playing with a robot that you created or Pinocchio.
All right, guys, we're wormholing again.
We are doing that. Okay, what upgrades? Kelly, what's your favorite? Okay, not just the one that you have the most of, but your most favorite upgrade. Single
I
upgrade.
gotta say, it's viticulture. We have pretty sweet wine bottles.
Okay.
Do you want to see them?
Yeah.
They're pretty awesome, and I paint.
And you painted them?
Yes, I did.
Oh wait, I think you showed it us the last time.
Okay, so just take
Oh,
it
yeah.
little tiny. There's little tiny labels.
I
Wow.
adore that.
But they're just
pretty
a cool. I don't know why, but I love them. I love them. They're
I'm gonna
just
go get
cute
yours.
and
I'm gonna go get yours.
my runner up to that. I did show you guys this the last time. My nest
yeah.
that I made for Wingspan.
Yeah.
The thing's just it's fun. It's
Yeah.
just fun.
Oh, Max, grab the wood bowls that are on my table. Keegan, what's yours?
My favorite one?
Your one favorite one.
Oh God.
You can do two. I cheated and did two.
I was gonna say if I had to pick an insert,
Just
spoiler, it's an insert.
insert or upgrade, yeah.
If I had to pick one upgrade, the Feudum insert makes that game so much nicer to put up and play and everything and put away. And I own everything for Feudum, and I fucking love that game so much. It doesn't get to the table enough. But if I had to pick an upgrade that's practical, it would be the iron clays. And
Yes.
Ryan got me a set of these for my birthday. But so I liked them enough that I bought another set, and then I got City of the Big Shoulders in a trade that I had to buy 3 additional sleeves of money, and I upgraded the inserts to have all these different values in it.
That's fantastic.
So these,
My husband iron clays too. He loves iron clays.
oh, they're so nice. I love these. And I've been getting super into economic games lately, and these are perfect for all of those.
I don't think inserts should count as an upgrade because you could say any insert makes the game easier to play and put away and pick up.
Okay, fine. Then all of these 3D printed pieces for free.
Oh yeah, you got me those for my birthday.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to see some of them.
Oh,
Those
yeah,
are
they're
just
great.
bags to me.
Which faction do you want to see, Carly?
Oh my god,
I
nah.
have something for all of them, so whichever faction you want.
Gosh, give me
Oh,
my
yeah.
Who's
birdies.
your favorite, Keegan?
Eerie.
Eerie. I love the Eerie too.
I've been playing the Eerie so much lately. So we got, Ryan printed these guys off. Little
Oh
3D
wow.
models that I'm using for victory point markers.
Yeah, we have one
That's
for
so
each
good.
faction. Oh, I need to do the moles and the Corvette.
The Corvette, and then the nests.
Oh, those are cool.
Those are wonderful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
and
are so nice.
All the pieces too, like the bases for all the pieces for every faction match the color of the faction, and they perfectly fit on the squares on the board, so they all like line up perfectly.
That's very well done.
Yeah, I want to show real quick that I just got in the mail. These nice wooden bowls. They are super nice.
What are
Yeah,
those
just for resource holders.
Yeah,
They're just real
love
nice.
it.
They were on Amazon. They were like on sale, so.
We usually
Carly,
use
one
like
more.
our Geek Bit bowls for
Oh,
a resource
man.
holder.
You're making me feel like I should have upgrades.
I'll
you
link
need
it to you.
upgrades. They are fantastic. Okay.
This is
And the
Ryan's
dice. Oh, okay. So Carly.
Tuacon upgrades.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's let Carly go. What's your favorite upgrade that you
Yeah,
have?
Carly, what's your favorite?
Oh my gosh. See, I told Ryan this before he had me on for this, so he's been properly warned. I actually don't have that many upgrades for games because I always feel bad buying them for myself because I always feel like I could put the money towards like a different game, but then I see other people's games and it just makes me sad. But no, so I feel like most upgrades I've had have been gifts.
The dice, too.
My friend An made me a bunch for Gloomhaven, like doors and wonderful little
Nice.
things to like help bring the board to life. But I also started 3D printing landscapes for Terra that I like a lot.
Ooh.
And also, I just love having upgraded coins.
Yes.
I just want to play with them the entire game. So like, I love like the scythe. I don't have the scythe resources yet, but I have the scythe coins and all day.
Playmats. I like
Playmats.
playmats.
The first,
I also
like
have that. I also have the play mat for that. And
The
that's just
first upgrade I will do to any game is metal coins.
Yep.
If I can get them.
that's how I feel. It's just because I just want to touch it. That's half the reason I want to upgrade is so I can enjoy touching it.
I refuse to play any game with the cardboard money. I either have the extra scythe coins or the iron clays that we always play with. We will never play with cardboard money.
Well, no, what's worse is the paper money.
Yes.
Because City of the Big Shoulders and Raccoon Tycoon both came with paper
that.
money. I was like,
Power-
no.
Two.
Oh, paper money's the worst.
I was just thinking about that. I'm like, do we have? Yeah, Power Grid does it. The Electros.
Yeah.
The only game I think that like the paper money works, and I think it's actually like not thicker, but like thinner-ish cardboard is the Estates. And it's like big checks, but you have to actually hide those under the board because you're embezzling money. So it works that way. Because it'd be harder to embezzle money with like an iron clay under the board. But
Didn't Raccoon Tycoon just like the deluxe come out recently too?
don't buy it from our local game store because it's only the expansion in the deluxe box, but no base games included in it. So don't buy it.
Oh, well, that's why I was so surprised when I was looking it up because I really want to play that. It looks really cool, but I was surprised that it was paper. It's like glossed paper money or something, but it's still paper money, and I was like, really?
Yeah, I haven't even taken it.
Paper money is paper.
It's so gross.
This is the
So
sure.
So for Teotihuacan, I have. Let's see.
We also played that this week, but with
Yeah, it's not like zoomed in.
I can't.
Right now it looks like you're holding a hamster.
It looks like it looks like a smushed Tootsie Roll.
Just so you know. Like I
not-
could
it's-
grab one right now and it would look the exact same.
Ryan,
It's not
Ryan,
gonna,
do
but it's the cocoa beans,
Yeah.
like a realistic,
Ah.
super realistic one. Like a
Ryan,
piece of
try
poop.
doing the makeup tutorial thing. Put your hand behind it.
I tried.
We tried.
Yeah, Max did.
That is
Max did.
Nah.
Nope.
And then
No,
these
still
are
looks
the
like crap.
marble.
Oh yeah, and then legitimate marble, like real marble, for the stone.
And gold.
That's really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then metal gold.
Yeah, it's actually like, listen. Like, it's actually heavy.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
I would
that's
love
how
that
only
game. That game, the
scythe
pieces are
upgrades are.
covered as
What's
well.
that?
Yeah.
And then I
This-
upgraded all the dice to be metal dice.
Ooh.
So much
Yeah.
better. The pieces are so ugly in that game. They don't even like match ugly.
Yeah. Yep. And then I did that with Zulkeen, but I did the Meeple source resources. I upgraded
Corn.
that one.
Did you do the corn? Yeah, I want to do that one.
Yep.
After he got all that for Teotihuacan, I sold my copy because I was like, I'll never play my copy again.
Without
This is so much better looking. And I
That's
was
totally fair. That I think that happens a lot. Like when people come over to our house and they're like, "Well, what do you mean board gaming's a hobby?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? What do I mean? Like, let me just take one of these boxes out and show you what you can do with board games." Like I like cardboard pieces of like.
Oh, I think we
Our
lost
hobby
you.
is just
We
Spirit
lost you there.
Island. Boop, Bueller.
We're losing you. Oh, we may have lost her for a moment.
Bueller.
You're coming back in and cutting back out.
We-
It might
There's too
be
many of us.
no, it
No.
might be easy on like if you cut your video for a little bit to let your connection come back together. Maybe if you can just like pause video and keep your mic live,
yeah.
that might be an option.
But so yeah, I have that Teotihuacan I did it for. I'm gonna have to do it for Tawantinsuyu.
Have to.
Have to.
Have to. The must.
to Kenya.
my wingspan. Oh my god, I have the amount of stuff. Did I ever show you, Carly, everything I had for
You
that?
did. You
Yeah.
did.
The Kelly, can you hear us?
Yep.
Okay. I have the original bird meeples. I have all the upgraded wooden resources, wooden the insert with the wooden tower.
The scoreboard.
The scoreboard is this nice like player. It's like a nice like game board, like that cardboard.
How many birds do you have for that
Well,
game?
there's like the 8 original, and then I also kickstarted the 8 for the Oceana, so I'm getting those, and then I also did the Nectar ones from Meeple Source, so I'll be getting those in February.
Very cool.
This
And
is
then-
a hashtag Ryan's Humble Brag podcast.
Humble brag. Weird
Probably
brag.
should do upgrades. I think we should all talk about upgrades.
All right, did this podcast become upgrade podcast?
I wanted to. Oh, go ahead, Ryan.
I was gonna say, and then I have the first player marker. That's the wooden bird, and I have Elizabeth and one of the designers' signatures on it.
Which bird did you get for first player?
It's the one that's on the cover.
Yeah.
We got the owl.
Okay.
Oh, there's another.
there's
Another
an
first
owl,
one?
and then
Oh.
the one that's on the front of the cover.
Was it random or was it a?
No, you could choose.
Oh, okay.
I'm owl obsessed. Thus, my adult onesie is an owl. I have a giant owl tattooed on my back.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Kelly, I can feel you on that because I have a fox tattoo and a fox onesie, so
Solid.
we can relate.
Can you please wear that for our game night?
I will wear the fox onesie when we play Rococo next week.
Yes.
You have a fox onesie?
Yeah, my wife got me a fox onesie. She got herself a hippo onesie.
A hippo
I love it.
onesie. Okay.
But I can speak to you to Wingspan, Ryan, because that's another I'm sorry, Keegan, but it's another Stonemaier game we have fully upgraded.
It's okay. I like Wingspan. This is fine.
We have the insert for it with the wooden dice tower. I painted the dice tower. We got that the board. You got that from Meeple Source, right, Ryan? The scoreboard.
Yep.
Yeah, we got that too. And then we didn't do the wooden birds. We got the plastic bird houses
Yeah, I saw those.
because I thought those were just freaking adorable.
They're super cute.
And we got the first player token, but I did the snowy owl instead of the
Okay.
bird on the cover.
Yeah.
And then what's the other? We got the nectar upgrades too, the wooden ones.
Yeah. Did you go with you went with all the same ones, didn't you?
Yeah, because I was so torn between getting the same and different because in the game, the like when they come in the expansion, the Oceania expansion, they're all the same.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I couldn't change it because that's what came with the game.
I went
know
with
what I
all the
mean?
different ones because they looked all so cool. I wanted all the different
But
ones.
we did the geek bit upgrades for the resources instead of
Okay.
the first
Yeah.
ones.
I'm totally sold on Geek Bits.
I just have the birds because
Quacks
you and
did it.
Keegan bought them for me.
Yeah.
I'm actually more like Carly. I actually would rather buy a new game because my games are always cycling. Like, I have a couple upgraded games. Like, I got the extra stuff for Dogs of War and the deluxe Gentees.
Well, I mean, for Christmas, I'm getting you upgrades.
Oh, well, thank you.
In the mail,
That's a great.
upgrade.
The best gifts are things that you want, but you wouldn't get yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought him a
that's
game that I
perfect. Like
think
anyone
he'd
can
like.
get me upgrades. I'm never gonna be like, oh, you should have got me a game. Like I'll love it. I just don't want to spend my money on it.
I wouldn't like. I like it when there's like an option, like in the Kickstarter that we did for Grand Austria Hotel. There's like add-ons
Just
and stuff.
happened to Keegan.
I heard Kickstarter and got upset.
Well, I like that there's add-ons and stuff that you can do, like it's a choice or something, but like it is difficult, like when you already get a game and then like a month or two later they're like, oh, buy this extra wooden thing and this extra wooden thing, and you play 4 times as much for upgrades as you did on the game. I mean, if it's like your favorite game, I might do that. Like, so I have it for a couple things, but
Yeah.
That's
It's
exactly what I
hard
was
for
about
me.
to say. Is like if a game has upgrades for it, I need to really like the game at this point. Especially with like metal coins are great, and I love metal coins, but I'm not gonna upgrade metal coins anymore at all since I have the iron clays. I need to actually really, really like the game enough to get metal coins for it that I want to be more thematic and use coins that are part of like the theme of the game. Otherwise, I'm like, I don't really care. Like there's metal coins for Raccoon Tycoon that are beautiful, but I'm not gonna spend $30 on those when I have nice poker chips that do the same thing.
But I don't know. I just like collecting the coins. So I just want every coin that is possible.
Yeah, absolutely, Ryan. I'm obnoxious in that, and it happens in my real life, and that's what crosses games, my favorite mechanic game is set collection. And that crosses over into my real life. Like, I need all of something. If it's out there for the thing I like, I need it.
Yeah.
If we have a game that we really, really like, we'll upgrade 9s, because that's a game. It's the table a lot, right? So, like, I'm not gonna upgrade all the world.
Yeah.
Even though I do want the collectors. But I'm not gonna do like an insert for a small world. Go try to find metal coin in the world. But you talk about Mansions of Madness. I'm gonna go buy every expansion I can get my grubby little hands on, and all like. Or if you talk about Raiders, that one was psycho with. I collected every single promo I could find for that game.
I still need to go and
finally
order
just
those.
Get CD. Yes, you do. Before that link is down, and you're never going to be able to get her again. You need to go. Go.
For which game?
Oh,
For
would
Raiders.
you like my husband just popped in and he goes, "No, I got you for you." He got him. He got her for me for. But like 5 tribes. I was hunting down 2 gins for almost 3 years to get my set of 5 tribes.
Wow.
It was Wit and Gallbells.
Okay.
I'm absolutely not that stuff.
Total completionist.
I am. I'm a nut, and and I can't help it. That's why I got the collector's edition of Museum.
What was that kind of?
I'm sorry, what, Carly?
Oh, I was just saying we're like the opposite sides of the spectrum here is who they invited. The
Yeah,
rest
we're-
of them
we're-
did
we're
not buy
here.
it unless you get it for me.
We're here. Keegan's
You didn't
here.
really appreciate it
And
like
Ryan and
it.
Kelly are here.
The exact opposite.
It's more like
I respect it. I love it. Maybe if I could, but yeah, I almost always will. I feel like there's always going to be a game I want more than an upgrade.
It helps when you have friends that will get the upgrades too.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like most of my scythe upgrades, actually the mat and the coins were both gifts on the same birthday because people know I'm obsessed. So
That's a good
it's a good
game.
thing they didn't get me the same one.
That's a really good game. I feel like Stonemaier lends itself to like upgrades though. A lot of their games.
The one upgrade I don't care for is the Stonemaier resource one.
Which is so weird because they're
I
really
know.
cool. I almost
don't
bought them
know.
for him because that was the one upgrade for Scythe he doesn't have. And then he was like, I don't even want it. And I was like, oh, well,
Why
then I'm
don't
not
you
gonna buy
want
it
it?
for you.
I want it.
I like
The Meeple Source upgrade. The Meeple Source upgrade for.
Yeah, he doesn't want it.
No, I like the original wooden resources for Scythe. I don't know why. I just like them so much more.
I mean, I don't dislike them.
But
I don't know, Ryan. You just showed me metal steel resources
I know.
that you love. They
But
have
those-
those for Scythe.
but compare it like
Steve.
from what Teotihuacan originally had, I like
Oh,
those ones. I like the Scythe original ones more than I like the base.
if we're
the new
choosing
ones.
which one to upgrade, I understand you. But whether or not Scythe is worth it, I think it is.
I'll just bring you home actual
One day. I says the
barrels
person
of
who
oil
didn't
for
buy it
Scythe.
first.
just actual barrels of oil.
I have some at my shop.
Can you make like little barrels for them to sit in?
Bram could.
Bram could.
We could have
was
Bram
gonna-
make you some.
I was gonna say if you're not
Literally,
playing,
Oh,
I was gonna say if you're
Go
not
ahead,
playing if you're not playing Teotihuacan with actual corn, then you're messing up. You need to have full corn cobs,
no, that's
At your
Zolkin.
table.
That's
For Zolkin.
Zolkin.
or sorry, Zolkeen. You have to
be
have full
eating
corn
corn.
cobs at your table.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Collecting actual.
yeah. So
corn.
the only upgrade that we didn't get for Scythe were the metal mechs.
I want
yeah.
those, but they're so expensive.
Which is why they're
That's-
not worth
that's
it.
not
A, they're
worth it.
stupid expensive, and B, I like the plastic ones. I like that they're color coded. It helps my like playing the game. I cannot get behind the metal mechs at all.
It's just they're way too over. Like
With them, I
it
would
was-
just want to on a shelf.
It's like what is it for each faction's like
One
almost
set.
$50, and you're like,
Yeah.
I didn't know
oh
that.
my god, and you need 4 of each. Good lord, no.
Plus, you can,
That's-
plus you
you
can
need more
paint
than
them
that.
and make them look really
Why?
cool.
More than 4
Because there's more than
percent.
4 factions.
There's 8 factions total.
No, I know, but I think it comes with. Doesn't it come with 1 for each faction?
For each.
Yeah. So
Oh,
you
yeah,
need,
that's right.
You need
Yeah, it
4 of
does.
those.
Oh.
It does.
So
That's an interesting way
it's
to
like
do it.
$200
weird.
for all factions having all 4. Because I would never
Yeah,
want to do
yeah.
just a single metal mech in there among.
See, to me, like I would want that for like like I was saying, like the decorative aspect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
Like, I
never
would
play
take
with
one
them.
set
They would
and I'd
just
have
sit
them
on a
out.
shelf.
I love little like Tashi, like
It's just like I saw someone post on BGG that they wanted to upgrade all the root pieces to be little minis, and I was like, that's no. Like I'm a person that loves like screen printed wood pieces. Like
Yeah,
I love
I
it, and the
love
root
it.
minis are so cute. Why would you want to ruin the aesthetic of root with plastic minis? Like
If they were painted, it could look cool.
no. I'm also super like I hate minis. I think minis are the dumbest things in the world. I do not like minis.
Oh, dang.
If I see a game that has a mini and that's like this is our big selling point, like Ether Fields recently, it's like I don't really give a shit. The game needs to be good. I don't care about your minis.
So what about like Rising Sun?
I was gonna say you must not like Eric Lang games very much.
I just don't care. Like minis for me is not going to be a selling point. It's just like with Kanban. Like Kanban, you could get the metal cars that Ryan really wants
I
now.
really want
But-
them.
But I
That's
saw
right, that's
screen
what I was
printed
gonna
wooden
get you.
cars that I'm like, who gives a shit about the metal cars? Like screen printed
Yes.
wooden cars are great.
I was
No,
totally gonna
but
get
it's
you
like
those for
they're
Christmas and I
cars. It
forgot.
fits the theme so well. Like you get the nice solid metal, and you're like, I make a car. This is a car. It's metal.
I'd rather buy another game with that money.
Keegan, they do it for people like me that just have everything that's out for the game. It's a sickness.
That's true.
Listen, yeah, they're for people like me where I could just kind of throw money at it.
I was actually gonna bring this up then, since we're kind of talking about it. What games does everyone really like that already comes with deluxe components that you don't feel like you need to upgrade anything?
Like, but not a deluxified version.
Istanbul?
No, not even necessarily saying there's like since we've brought it up 3 times already, like Ruins of Arnak. Like the pieces in that game feel like they're a Kickstarter bonus
Right.
content game
yeah,
because they're
those
so nice
tablets, I
quality.
want to touch it all day.
mean-
Ugh.
They're
I
super
see what you
nice,
mean.
but it's just the retail edition of the game. Like what's a retail edition of a game that's not necessarily Kickstarter exclusive or a deluxe only version of the game that just comes with great components from the get-go?
But you're telling me you wouldn't upgrade those coins or the compass tokens?
I mean, yes, but
They're like the ones that are like perfect, and it's so weird.
yeah, it already comes with really high quality
Yeah.
components. Like, what's a game that already default comes with great stuff that you don't feel like you need to upgrade
I
it?
think Scythe is upgradable
Okay,
as it
so
is.
on that
is
level,
really
Keegan,
good.
I'd have to go Mansions of Madness.
Okay.
Madness.
base Scythe is really like a solid production. Is upgradable as it is. The components are great.
I don't
the
even
double-layered
remember what
boards and everything.
The original components were like.
Well, double layered boards.
Yeah.
The base resources are
Yeah,
good.
the
They're not
resources are
bad.
wooden.
But they are-
The mechs are. It's all 3D printed mechs.
Yeah, it's all So I mean, I can probably get another game too. But base Scythe is an incredible production.
Yeah.
This is my bag that I collect. What all the pieces I upgrade. I don't even remember what site was.
It's kind of. It's very blurry, so we can't quite tell. But
Oh,
it's
is
your
it?
bag of.
Is this? Is that original?
That's food.
Yeah, that's the original food
Yeah,
from
that
Scythe.
is.
Yeah.
The honey pot.
The honey pot.
Some of my house calls it.
That's what we call it too.
What?
Yeah,
What-
they're
what's
very-
another
they're
game that
very
has good
poo-esque.
components? I'm trying to think of okay. I have to think of my list of board games.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of. Let's see. Oh wow! Why? Like, I mean, Root by itself came with some good quality components from the start.
Yep.
Everdell.
Yeah, I
Everdell
have the
did
collector's
come.
edition,
Oh, yeah.
so I don't really feel the need to like
Everdell.
upgrade anything else. The coins are satisfying now, and I'm happy.
Yeah, the only thing I really upgraded
Yeah,
for it
absolutely,
was.
Carly. And I was so sad because people were like, "Well, the collector's edition on Amazon is so." No, it's not. If you actually looked, it was only $10. You just bought the collector's edition.
I
Yeah.
had a stranger on the internet gifted me my collector's edition, and
So nice.
it was very nice.
Are you going through the Feudum stuff, Keegan? Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
I love Feudum. I still haven't gotten my roommates to play it with me.
Oh.
I'll play it with you online, Carly. Whenever you want, I'll play it with you.
Okay. Yes, please.
played
After
it
the
once.
holidays and whatnot, then
Just let me
we'll
know.
make it.
I have 2 weeks off from work, so I can do whatever.
So we're gonna move into Ryan's house for 2 weeks, right?
It's just,
Yay.
I'll
Great.
come too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Which is- yeah,
you're invited. By
You're
means.
invited. That's great. Then we have a full house of board gaming. This is great.
I would. I'd be. We're gonna
oh.
have to do that before the twins come. Like I'm gonna tell Melissa like for like 1 week. Give me a couple days at
week
least
and stay with
before.
Ryan. I don't know if you heard of the game. It's called The Goblin King is Angry.
Oh, yeah, you
There's a
love that.
Kickstarter. It came with like 60-something goblin wooden meeples.
But wait,
the
is
game.
that the Kickstarter only edition or is that the retail edition?
No, I don't know that it was. I think there was only one edition.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but it's so amazing. There's like the little goblins, the medium goblins, and then the big ogre goblins, and they're all like screen printed and wooden, and there's a ton of them. It's so awesome.
Oh,
I loved it.
the game I mention every time we do this is Mysterium. The Mysterium production's incredible in the base game. Like it
Okay.
comes
Yeah, I
with your
agree.
little player pieces are like little like crystal
Carly
balls.
disagrees.
Oh, you don't like
No,
them?
no, I completely agree. Like I
Oh,
was,
yeah.
I think the no that I was getting is I was like, yeah, no, like there's nothing I want to upgrade.
Yeah,
That's what
it
I in my
has a
head was
beautiful-
thinking,
it
but
has
it
a
made me just look
beautiful-
completely
Yeah, it's
skeptical
just
of
like-
that.
you're like-
That's not what my body was doing. I was just like, yeah, no.
beautiful
The
player
only-
screen.
Nailed it.
and-
The only thing we did for Mysterium was
Was what?
the what?
the
The insert?
yeah. for
Yeah, I can
Mysterium.
see that. I mean, they had a nice
Yeah.
insert, but if you turn that thing sideways, it all goes everywhere. Happens to me every time.
Well, and if you get
I'm sure
both the
mine's falling apart
expansions,
right
they
now.
just
The
if you get both the expansions for Mysterium, you just get a shit ton more cards.
It
So they
doesn't
just
fit.
go all
Yeah, it
over
doesn't
in that
fit.
box.
I have one of the expansions. I don't have the other one, but and we still need to play Mysterium Park. I haven't played that yet, but Ryan has
It's
it.
great.
Oh, yeah, I have it.
Ryan has it sitting in Shrink, and we just haven't played it.
I have it open
So-
if Ryan doesn't want to open his.
I'm really torn on getting that one because I've heard that it's just a dumbed down version of Mysterium, and I have a really big pet peeve of having very similar games in our collection.
I
So
like-
I probably will never.
sometimes
never
there's, like,
pick
people
up-
you're
pick up
playing
into
with
it.
that just like need a dumbed down version.
I honestly like Mysterium Park more than base Mysterium because I hate the setup for Mysterium. And Mysterium Park is
Oh,
like
I don't think it's
bam,
that
bam, bam,
bad.
bam, and then you're done. Like the setup for Mysterium Park is so fast, and it like I like the idea of having the clue giver basically having like a code names grid to pick who's getting certain clues. It just makes everything so much quicker.
I'm gonna see.
I don't know. Maybe I just have like a real attachment to Mysterium. That was like early on in our gaming collection, and my husband and I went away to a skiing retreat for a weekend up in New Hampshire, and he bought me Mysterium, and we played it for like 4 hours.
Oh dang.
Yeah, that attachment for sure will be there then.
Yeah, so I'm like not giving that one up.
I'm looking at Carly's the background there. Fireball Island has a crazy production value, doesn't it?
Crazy, yeah.
It's wonderful though. There's actually what's really cool is they do sell. I've seen recently that you can like build your own island. Like
Oh,
it comes with like
okay.
basically like a blank like template and like stuff to like actually like construct it how you want it to, like the art of it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of like the trees, like other things are like aesthetic, like yeah. So there's a version of it that's in the box is completely like black and white, like you could color it in kind of deal too, which is just like silly as hell. But that's really cool. The
But
idea that
kind
you
of
go and
awesome.
make your own because it is such like a table presence.
Yeah.
More than just a table presence. That thing is massive.
I was pulling out all the Feudum stuff, Ryan, because
Yeah.
I have to show off how nice the minis are. Like me being like I don't care about minis, but these have more of a purpose than just being on the board and looking big. But like these really nice, like the airships,
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, that's
And then-
ridiculous.
That's beautiful.
the
dice,
boats,
the dice actually
the-
fit in
the
it.
submarines. Yeah, and the dice are super
Okay.
nice as it is too, because they're like actually like
That's
nice wood, and they just
insane.
fit right perfectly into the ships.
That's so pretty.
So Keegan, that makes me feel better about you, that you actually appreciate some level of.
Yes, like enough for Feudum that like the expansion that comes with like these really nice minis only comes with one of each. So I bought 3 expansions, so I have a full set of every like vehicle, just because I love this game so much.
Ooh, you know what other game comes base retail that has awesome production pieces is Mysterium.
Did we
Yeah,
just say that?
That's what Carly brought up.
Or not
That's a
Mysterium,
match.
not Mysterium. Imaginarium.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
I was like, we did
We're
just
all
talk
so
about this.
confused.
Yeah.
Totally stuck in my brain there.
Yes, Imaginarium. I really like the charcoal on those.
Forgive me, I'm a mom of 2,
Charcoalium.
and my 2-month-old is going through a growth spurt. I've been up since like 4:30.
That'll do it.
Yes, Imaginarium does.
Yeah, Imaginarium. The main character pieces
Yes.
are awesome steampunk characters,
Yes.
and they're bright neon colors.
And
They're
there's some
phenomenal.
crazy art in that game.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
the crystals too and the charcoal. The feeling of those are fantastic. Like the texture.
Oh yeah, the charcoal. They're like plastic felt.
Yeah, it's like this. It has this interesting like matte finish on it.
That was like
Yeah, they're a little tacky.
Yeah.
Tang Garden, which is a pretty game, but also like it just had this weird like soft feel to all the tiles. It was really weird.
The
Like
Tang Garden tiles have like this silkness to it.
Yeah.
It's like
Like a texture.
yeah,
It's
it
very
was really
strange.
interesting on the tiles. That was really
That's
cool.
one of the things I love about Stonemaier is they have like all their player boards have that tacky resistance. Wingspan, the cards have that tacky resistance.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
Wait. Okay. So can we ask thoughts on sleeving cards?
absolutely.
Depends on the game.
Carly sounds like no.
Yes, I'm with Keegan. It depends on the game. I used to hate sleeving cards. Absolutely hated it. I loathed it. People are like, you should do this. And I'm like, yeah, why don't you go suck an egg? And then I got, what was the game? I got the big box for Raiders and it came with sleeves. So I was like, okay, I'm getting these sleeves. Let's just give them a whirl, right? So this edition of Ocean, which also comes with sleeves. So now every Kickstarter that I'm doing, I buy the sleeves.
Carly, what was your face for that?
Oh, I will sleeve it if it's a game that I usually do while heavily intoxicated. So those are the games that get sleeved is ones that but that's like my own thing is because I know I will be stressed the entire time we are playing. Like about other people destroying my it's one thing if I'm a klutz and I'm probably the klutziest among like most of the people I know anyway. But like it's one thing if I destroy it, but like if what was it? It was Muse. If you guys have played Muse before,
Nope.
it's basically Dixit-esque if you've played that.
Yep.
But yeah, clue giving, beautiful art and pictures. But I was at a friend's house and someone just like spilled a drink and like half the cards like had to be like dried out. And I'm like, I can't handle that. So
Yeah, I would've left them.
like that's when we're going to be playing it is like peak levels. Then those are the things that get sleeved. Otherwise, I don't want sleeves. I don't like them.
Really?
I like when
I
Bram-
sleeve everything.
Bram hates it. See, he sleeves everything. We even bought
Don't give me that.
Ohanami, which is like 120 cards. And he was about to go pick up sleeves, and I was like, dude, if you buy sleeves for Ohanami, you're paying as much for sleeves. You could just buy another copy of
That
Ohanami. like,
one, yeah.
like, I was like, don't buy
Like my
sleeves for that.
Wingspan, my Everdell, because you're touching the cards
Exactly.
so much
Yeah.
and you're constantly holding them. I'm like, yes, they will eventually start getting worn down. And I'm like, I don't
It's
want
called
that.
love, yeah.
Yeah. It's called
Yeah,
love.
but
I care too much about like the pristineness of them to.
Card.
like Gloomhaven.
I like you can't have like Cheeto fingers touching my cards, but
Oh God, I was about to say.
Because-
otherwise I just people in my life are careful. They know how much it pains me.
we
And,
eat a
like,
lot.
Little wear and tear and like love doesn't hurt my soul.
Yeah.
I don't
We
mind that.
eat a
but-
lot when we play, so I'm like, I'm just gonna sleeve this all because.
Well, even like when we played Gloomhaven at first, I didn't sleeve anything, and having played it for so many hours and you're holding it, and I don't know if people's like it wasn't me, but one person in particular, I was like, they must have like acid sweat because they were literally the writing was getting rubbed off the cards, and like the print was getting rubbed off the cards. So we started sleeving everything, but even the monster deck, because we just flipped the monster deck and have to shuffle it so much, the monster deck of damage cards was like getting puffy because it was just like getting flipped so much. So like I had to go and sleeve it, and so that's like
That's an
games
exception
like
in my
that.
collection. All of my gloom stuff is sleeved.
Anything I'm going to be shuffling a bunch, like Wingspan or Everdell, or a game like that, Gloomhaven, I'll sleeve just to prolong the life of it. But you know, some games that I know we're only going to get played once and forever, like I'm not going to sleeve Feast for Odin or something like that, because like those cards aren't like
You don't touch all
hardly
those all the
getting
time.
used. Maybe the weapons cards, but even then, probably not. That because the game doesn't come out very much, and because you don't have to shuffle everything as much. But
Yeah, that would probably be my big exception. Gloomhaven, because we play that to death. We sleeved everything. We started with the modifier decks, and I was like, I'm just gonna get a sleeve set for Gloomhaven, so we've sleeved
have to for
everything.
that.
Yeah, I
Because you're holding
completely
the cards for
understand
so
that.
long.
I'm with Keegan in the sense of because if it's a game that comes out,
It for me, it's mostly like
collection.
like for me, it's mostly like deck builders. Like if there's a deck builder and you're gonna shuffle the deck all the time throughout just one game alone, then I'm gonna sleeve it. But I initially was gonna be that guy that was gonna sleeve all of his stuff because I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh a lot and we'll go to tournaments. And I played against one guy who would eat Cheetos while you're playing him in a match. And he would eat his Cheetos and then lick his fingers and go, "Can I see your card and read what it does?" I'm like, dude, do not touch my deck.
No.
Don't touch anything. My whole deck is sleeved, but still do not touch my shit. And it made me paranoid. But now I'm at the point now too where I play with people that only are board gamers, so they respect that I love the hobby enough that they won't fuck with my cards on purpose. So the only things I sleeve now at this point are games that I absolutely love, so I just want to sleeve it because I want them protected, or deck builder games. Like Bonanza, I'm not going to sleeve because that's way too many cards. That game's supposed to be beat up and loved because it's a stupid party game.
yeah, I wouldn't.
Maybe that's also part of it. Is deck builders are among my least favorite games, so I have a lot less that like have that as a problem.
I just think like
makes sense.
Clank and stuff like that.
I love Clank.
Yeah.
Be right back.
Okay.
Keep talking.
I played one time. I borrowed a person. This was before I was like really into games. But I was just kind of like figuring games out, and I borrowed a person's copy of Catan, and he was an old like punk rocker guy, and I didn't even want to play the game because the cards were so disgusting. They were all like, all the edges were black.
Oh, yeah, that's gross.
And
that's
all the cards were like
gross.
sticky. They had like not a nice feel to them. It was like this like
so
I'm
gross.
getting like an STD from shuffling this deck or something. Like it was
I'm
so
very thankful
nasty.
that like our core gaming group and everybody else that we introduced to gaming respects our collection enough that they just don't do stuff like that.
I usually
And
won't
I
bring
think it takes a
Sorry, go ahead.
room and be like, oh man, take my site for example, over $500. I'm not just gonna let someone come in here and just or touch all the stuff. Grody.
For like newer gamers too, like if I'm doing like a game night or something, and it's like back when we used to be able to do those, and it's gonna be like teenagers or newer gamers. I just won't bring certain games because I'm like, okay, they'll destroy this or something. But even I have to kind of nicely be like, don't bend the cards that way, even for like a a basic game.
My husband and I daughters. I have a 3 and a 2 month. Like you realize she's gonna want to play. Older. Introduce.
Nope. Think we're losing you. Keep cutting out.
Oh. No.
That's clear.
I was like, nope, fuck no. My teenage daughters are not going to take my board games. Their own collection. They are like Tricarian. Not touching that.
Not touching. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not.
I had a friend once who it was a game of exploding kittens. And you have to shuffle the deck consistently, and they were shuffling it really hard. And I was like, do you mind if I just shuffle it when we have to do that? Like I was getting a little protective about it, and they gave me crap for it. They're like, Carly, you're being ridiculous. And they immediately ripped one of the cards.
They were shuffling them that hard?
Yeah. And that's the only reason I ever, like, I'm not like, just like,
Wow.
like overly controlling, but I was like, he's just being like so harsh on these cards. And I was like, yeah, and immediately after, so I did learn they have a very nice customer service. If you send them a damaged card, because it impacts the play, because you can't know what card is coming up. Like that like ruins whether you know or not it's a bomb or whatnot.
Yeah.
If you mail it to them, they'll mail you back a new one.
That's
You just have to pay for the stamp. So I
Yeah.
made him pay for the stamp. But
Yes, okay.
but yeah, so
Yeah,
I can get protective at times when I feel like I have to be.
Yeah.
But most of the
Yeah, I
time,
do
I've beside that occurrence, I can't think of any time people have been disrespectful.
My copy of
my-
Point
Really
Salad's missing a card.
I think inherently when people come over, I'm the one that shuffles. I'm the one that deals, that sets up the board.
I would just rather that
Open
than like
board.
feel bad about ruining something, you know? Like I don't want that either. Let
Even
it be
like
on me.
riffle
Something bad
shuffling.
happens.
It gives me anxiety to see people, like I said, my biggest anxiety is people opening board away, like big table eaters. I can't. No.
I didn't hear quite all of that, so. All right, we're back. Unfortunately, Kelly had to step off some connection issues. But
What are you looking
keep
at?
chatting for a little bit.
Yeah.
I switched up the recording thing over here.
Oh, okay.
So it's not just Keegan on one half and on like the top and the
Why
bottom.
We're pros.
I got
Yeah,
this
we're
lump
close.
though too. It'd be fine.
Oh,
There was one thing I was gonna ask. Like inserts, but that come with the game original, like from the base game that like partner with game trays or something.
oh yeah.
Thoughts on that?
I mean, if it comes like I'm gonna do my same spiel of if it's a Kickstarter exclusive extra thing, I'm over it. If the game itself comes with a nice insert, then fine. But also think more about your insert before you publish one, because the Rococo one was a big disappointment.
Yes. Oh my God, that one was.
Well,
Were we talking to you, Carly? Did you get that one?
Mm-mm.
No. Who was?
Were you talking to
it was
Kelly?
Kelly. That's right. She had it.
is it bad?
My
the insert
figure,
sucked.
the little figure that it comes with, doesn't fit in its slot.
Oh no.
But mine
Yeah.
does. And there's also like if you bought like the deluxe plus version that comes with extra dresses, there's not enough space in the box to put them in.
Yeah.
So they just throw them into some like a spot or throw them into a baggie. So
it's not clear. They should come with it if they're gonna do that. Provide like a little instruction to show you how they meant to actually
fit.
fit everything.
It's the same thing with like the Undaunted games. Carly, have you played either of those? So Undaunted Normandy and Undaunted North Africa are both like deck builder card war games, and so you expect to shuffle the game a bunch because it's a deck builder, but the insert that it comes with doesn't have enough room in the card slot to hold sleeved cards.
Right. Yeah, I remember that.
So it's like, then what? Come on, you have to know people are going to sleeve this game.
Or there's like the Unmatched series where like I think the base game and 2 of the expansions have room for the sleeved cards, but then they're like third expansion. If you sleeve the cards, it doesn't fit.
No.
But then like the next expansion, but it was just like I think it was just a production mistake or something like that. But I was like, I have like 4 boxes of this game, and one of the games none of the cards fit in because I sleeve because that's your game you're constantly shuffling. But I
Right.
think they're gonna come out with a big box for that eventually, and then everything will fit. But there's not a lot of games that come with with like the game trays thing like Google does. That's
should.
really nice.
Raise.
I think
My
they should
favorite
partner with them more.
insert that's just like there for it is Dice Forge is an amazing
Oh, yeah, that's a
little
good one.
setup. Have you guys? Are you familiar with it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I am.
everything fits so
yeah.
perfectly and compartmentalized, and it's just so satisfying.
I liked the idea. I don't remember the implementation too well of time stories because they had like a way to like you could save your game like in it.
Yeah.
I just always played through the whole thing, but I thought that was a cool idea. Of course, if you turn it sideways, that's not going to work. But.
Yeah.
I mean,
Res Arcana comes with a really great one.
Res Arcanus is nice. Oath is supposed to be coming with a system too that lets you save the game post game, because every time you play Oath, the whole game is going to be different the next gameplay. So there's like a weird way in like the save organization in that game that helps you like remember like, oh, this person won this last game, so they're going to be the emperor if that's how the mechanic works and what the title's called. So there's a whole bunch of stuff with that too.
Interesting. When does that come out?
We should be getting it in like a month or two.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited for that one.
Same.
We still need. I want to do a video before the end of the year of games of 2020.
We gotta do that tomorrow then.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
Are we going to film that tomorrow?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
How long are we over here all day
Give
tomorrow?
yourself so much work, Ryan.
I do give us. I know.
That's why I couldn't do it. I couldn't do YouTube.
What?
I said that's why I couldn't do YouTube. It's just you.
Oh, you
guys
could do YouTube.
run to tomorrow.
Sometimes it is like I'll be like, let's play this new game I got. He's like, no, we got to play this game because we're supposed to review it. I'm like, oh yeah.
No.
We don't. If we live together, we could.
We live really close to each other.
You're just not here enough.
I have a son and a family.
See, you. That's the problem.
They should all move in.
That they all should move in. That's.
We talked about it.
We talked about. I'm looking at buying a 3-bedroom. Yeah.
It's going to be a little difficult now with twins, unless you're going to sleep in the room with them.
With Godfather Ryan.
Yeah. Who just loves little children.
Loves kids.
I hope that wasn't sarcastic, but it felt sarcastic.
No, it's sarcastic. I
He
don't.
doesn't mind kids. You just don't want them, right?
Yeah.
I don't mind kids. I just don't like them.
I'm having enough for the both
Ryan's
of us.
quote.
You like Wolfie. You just don't want to own him.
That's right. I
care
don't
of
want
him
him to be my
24/7.
own.
I understand. They're a lot of work, and they make you have to like not play games and do things you want to do a lot of the time.
I want my money to spend on board game upgrades.
Just think of them like little workers. Little upgrading workers.
Or forever,
That's how
buddy.
my mom thought of us, as me and my brother, as little workers that we always had to
Or
do stuff.
forever game buddies. They'll always be your game buddy once they get old enough.
You need to go through like 10 years of them before they're even going to be able to play that much. Be able to play the games with me.
Raise them better, Ryan. Like, what are you
yeah,
prioritizing?
Play Hava games with
Board
them.
game education.
Yeah, you got to raise little Bobby Fishers. Come on.
Okay. Well, I think where are we at? We're about an hour.
We're just rambling.
We're just rambling now.
This is our child rearing segment.
Child
to
rearing
raise a
segment. This is perspective child rearing.
I mean, you can keep rambling. The only plans I still have for tonight is go play Persona 5 and try to start dating somebody in that game. There's a whole dating
Do I need
sim
to
aspect
text?
in
Do
this
I need
game.
to text Kat?
Speaking of which, have you guys seen, this is a complete aside and I don't care. Have you guys seen the Match.com commercial that came out about Satan?
About
Satan?
Satan?
Yeah, Satan falls in love with 2020 and it's great.
That's such a good commercial. It's so
I think
good.
I did see that
Yeah.
one.
That's so good.
It's pretty charming. It's very quick, but you should see it. Treat yourself.
Okay.
Was that like on TV?
I don't know. I don't have. I just use streaming services. A friend sent it to me and was like, "You need this in your world." And then I sent it to my whole family, and I was like, "Please, love yourselves and watch this."
It got served to
Brightened
me.
my day.
It's so funny. It keeps popping up randomly on like as YouTube ads. I'm like,
Yeah.
yep, cool.
Great ad.
It's solid.
Also, Satan is ripped, so.
Yeah, he's a jacked boy. That demon is fucking swole. He's going for it.
I mean, yeah. Well, I won't spoil it, but
He's Satan's full Chad.
Oh, so are you saying he's coming off sexier than God?
we'll wait for the following commercial.
The following 2021.
God falling in love with 2021.
Yeah.
I hope so. Let's all hope so.
It'd be nice to be a nice change of pace.
Are you still sporting Scythe up on the top? I can't see what's
Yeah,
directly
so
behind you.
I'm just on this end of the table and not the long end of the table. Scythe is still in the same
okay.
feature spot. When you're coming up the stairs, it's basically Gloomhaven with like the Jaws of the Lion on top, and then I have like some spacey themed ones because I have a Darth Vader poster. But we'll see if that changes because we got a Jaws of the Lion poster. That was
Ooh.
James's gift for Hanukkah. And then I have Scythe and Viticulture and Root.
Oh yeah, happy Hanukkah.
Yeah, just wrapped up.
My mom
that
called
one
me
was a good
like
one.
3 days into it, and she goes, "Happy Hanukkah," and I'm like, "Mom, it started like 3 days ago."
Yeah, I was actually very happy I got to see my mom for the last night. So we were able to see each other. We both got like negative tests and whatnot, and we're able to make Lockies together and like exchange little gifts and whatnot. It was great.
That's nice.
Yeah, so it's nice.
Nice. I'm gonna bring it back to board games.
Yeah, sorry. Satan, my mom's side.
No more Satan and Hanukkah.
Yeah.
So let me talk about my dating sim, Ryan. Come on.
Just,
Let me guys tell you about the book I'm reading.
let me tell you about my dating life, and we're done.
It's right here.
It's right here. My wife. When they do the inserts with like game trays or something, they really need to have like a clear plastic cover that goes on top so that things don't spill out of those, because there's so many of them that they're really nice and they sit in there, but then you flip it, you turn it up, right, and they just all go all over.
I
That's why
actually
you get like Plano boxes. You don't even need to get a fancy insert. Just get a Plano box that fits well.
Yep.
It used to be not where I'm currently living, but there was an old tackle shop that knew me. I would just like go in whenever they had like sales to get specific ones, and I knew more about like some of the tackle boxes than they did, because you would look at like the specs of them to see what would fit what easily.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, I'd be like looking for like one in particular, and they'd be like, "Oh, we have this model." I'm like, "Please, like that's not the same." Like
That is not going to fit enough of my
Not the
Terra
same
Mystica.
Listen, I have 50 meeples that I need to fit in here. This is not gonna work.
Yeah, I got several of them from. I used Plano boxes for Gloomhaven before. Like I didn't buy the insert. I got it before the insert.
We have 5 boxes.
Yeah. Did you do the one that was like online that somebody came up with like a printout
Yes,
of
but I
everything?
modified it.
Yeah, okay.
Because I found that fit everything well, but it didn't play perfectly. Like there's certain things I wanted out on the table and certain things I wanted to be able to throw back away.
Mm-hmm.
So I changed up. It's like yet another storage solution if you're looking for it for Gloomhaven. So I changed it up with modifications, and then we have a binder. We have Gloomingdale's like binder for all of the items.
Yeah, we got all fancy for Frosthaven, and we just kicked the broken token thing. But before I did that, when I did Gloomhaven, I bought a bunch of them from
I'll go
Dick's
Plano Black
Sporting
shopping.
Goods out in Skokie.
To be fair, there was like 6 of us splitting it, so it was pretty cheap. Like it wasn't super expensive to do
right,
it
'cause
that
you
way.
guys-
Yeah, I think there's 5 of us because we wanted like
Are you playing a 5-person campaign from the
No,
off the
I don't
bat?
think so, but there's always somebody who can't make it. But that way, either I'll just run it and be admin for it if all
Someone's
5
gonna
of
miss a
us...
scenario? Oh, hell.
Yeah, if all 5 of us...
Oh hell no!
But if somebody doesn't show up,
Not
which
playing
is
without me.
usually the case where somebody can't do it, then we can still play. And then they just... Because that game scales pretty... At least Gloomhaven scaled really well.
So where's it gonna live?
My place.
Probably my place or your place.
Yeah.
We'll split it.
Okay, yeah, we all
Like a
split it, so.
divorced family.
We need to go to court.
You
for,
get weekends. I get weekdays.
We need to figure out custody.
I was
My baby will be right at home with me.
I was gonna bring up with the plastic covers. I just watched Paul Grogan open Mercado de Lisboa, and it comes with an insert, but it doesn't come with a plastic thing to put on the top. But it does come with these instructions, which I've seen some other games do this, and it makes a lot of sense. And I like that they're actually putting in an actual. This is what you should be doing after you punch all the punch boards. You're supposed to take the insert out and put the punch boards underneath, and then lay the insert back on top, and that makes everything flush with the lid of the box, so nothing pours out.
Huh.
And so, like a lot of other games, I think War Chest did the same thing. Like it said, like after you punch whatever is in War Chest, put the punch boards underneath the insert, because then all of the discs are flush with the lid of the box. So if it goes upside down, they won't spill everywhere.
Huh.
I don't remember if I did that.
That's weird.
Interesting.
I like that. That's super weird.
Mine
so you
all
don't have to like go
filled
buy
out
anything
anyway.
else, and you just like instead
Yeah.
of throwing the cardboard away, you just reuse it to make everything flush.
Yeah.
We've been giving our cardboard of late just to the rat babies to chew on. We leave it on the floor so they don't chew on other things. They think they're being bad, but they're not.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah. All right. Let's wrap up this week's episode. The recording.
This was a bizarre episode.
Kelly, if you're watching to this far, thank you for joining as much as you could. And Carly, thank you for joining us. And Keegan, thanks.
I'm just happy to be out of quarantine.
I show up to your place tomorrow.
Carly, is there
Yeah.
anything that you would like to tell anyone? Plug anything?
No,
No?
nothing new
Just
from me. Just
go
the
check
same
her
old, same
out.
old nonsense on Instagram.
Go check her out at Gnarly Carley Gaming. She's wonderful.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy
Bah,
holidays.
Happy holidays. But it is technically Christmas listening to it.
Yeah, Hanukkah's over. We can go Christmas. at
Yeah,
this
we can
point.
go Christmas now. All right. Bye-bye.